Hey, it's Thomas Novosel from Orbit Above Games. I'm in charge of actual plays and game design here, and I have Corey with me,
Hello.
and we are going to be playing some Call of Catthulhu, where the investigators are cats and humans are unknowingly, just wandering around and pretty much pampering the kitties. So,
How it should be, yes.
alright, so, um, 1 second. I printed out this reference sheet. I'm so happy. Okay, we'll just start. Uh, the Dowd family. Actually, no. You describe your character first. Or do you want me to describe the setting quick?
I can go ahead and just describe my character. My character's name is Gizmo. She is a two-footologist. She's a house cat too, so the only thing she's really hunted is maybe some string and some laser beams or something that her her owner is always playing with. But yeah, she's a hairless sphinx. She does wear a sweater that her human insists on her wearing. She's pretty smart and inquisitive, always asking questions. And that's about it.
Okay. Just so you know, I do have a human planned for you, like who your human
Sweet.
master is.
Hmm.
Your human master is the Dowd family, Dowde, the Dowd family. And
Okay.
there's the father, the son, the mother, and Isabel. Isabel takes care of you.
Okay.
Isabel is probably around 9 years old.
Hmm.
She gets scared easily frightened, and the whole Dowd family just moved into a cheap place on the side of the lake, in northern, in whatever state it was that I came up with. I don't remember, but it's on the side of a lake. It's a lakefront property. It's this really old place with a lot of history in it, like Civil War history.
Hmm.
And it seemed like a blessing to them that they got it so cheap, and they brought along their lovely pet, Gizmo, and but that's pretty much where we are. But one morning, after moving in, like the morning after you guys move in, it's kind of a new foreign place. But the daughter is having trouble sleeping already due to what she calls is scratching on the walls.
Hmm. Okay.
So we'll just start out. You guys, you're in the kitchen. Where do you want to be in the kitchen? The family's pretty much sitting around the table. So
All right. Well, Gizmo would probably be waiting patiently for scraps. Just kind of like meowing every now and then, making sure that they haven't forgotten that she's there.
okay, you can overhear the father and the mother talking to Isabel and the son as well. Like the son is just like making fun of her, and he's like, you know, it's just scratching on the walls. It's not a big deal. I mean, it could be mice or rats. And Isabel shrieks, and she's like, "No, I don't want to see those." And the father and the mother are like, "Shut up, son. Stop upsetting the daughter. Stop upsetting Izzy." Um, and this and Isabel drops some food for you, and you're happy.
Sweet. So Gizmo would be like, "Oh yay!" and like run up and like definitely get the scraps.
Puts both paws out far as he
Oh,
can,
definitely.
reaches down, jumps on it. Okay. And then the father also says, Isabel, you know, ever since we moved here, and it's only been a day, but we have a fear that if you don't get enough sleep, your grades are going to start slipping. You can't have that happen. The mother says, yeah, but it's not her fault. She's young and scared, but you gotta overcome this, Isabella. You gotta. And she starts crying and then storms off to her room.
Okay. Well, since Isabel is basically Gizmo's caretaker, I would assume Gizmo would go after and try to like comfort her because
Okay,
that's how Gizmo is.
okay. You follow her up the stairs and up to her room, and like, are you like right behind her on her tail, or do you follow her after
Yeah.
watching?
Yeah, no, she'd be like right there on her tail, so that way she doesn't have to like worry about any doors getting in her way.
Okay, so you follow right on her tail, and you go upstairs with her, and you pounce up the stairs, and it makes her a little happy. She smiles when she sees you jumping up the stairs, um, and in your sweater. By the way, what color sweater is it? Is it like a Christmas pattern sweater?
Yeah, let's just make it some like ridiculous, like Christmassy, like craziness. Or like, you know what, it could be like kind of like pink since Isabel's like a young girl. So just
Hmm.
kind of like pink with stars and glitter all over it.
Okay. So you get upstairs, and she's crying on her bed, and you come up to her, and what do you do?
Gizmo would jump up onto the bed and kind of purr a bit and be like, "Oh, it's okay, Izzy. It's not a big deal, you know. It's just scratching the walls. It couldn't be anything too difficult." So maybe Gizmo would, try to want to investigate, maybe stay up later tonight and see if she can like hear where the scratching is coming from.
Okay. She's comforted by you. You just rub up against her, start purring, and she ends up like just wrapping her arms around you, almost choking you, and like little kids do.
Okay, okay, that's enough.
So, um, she is very happy. So we'll skip ahead to the night, and so you are you staying in her room, or are you gonna sit on your bed, or
Yeah, she'll be in Isabel's room, on the pillow, probably right next to her head, as she is prone to do. And so she's awake. She's kind of very inquisitive, so she really wants to get down to the bottom of this, whatever this is that's bothering Isabel.
okay? All right. So Isabel, like her parents come in, kiss her goodnight, and give her a hug, and they read her a story. And it wasn't a very nice story. It was a story about dogs, and uh,
Ew.
so disgusting and stupid. But
No, she's like, oh, dogs.
and then Isabel kisses them goodnight, and then they walk out of the room, and you see that they close the door almost all the way, like leaving a
Hmm.
crack open,
Okay.
and you start hearing some like murmuring outside the door.
Like from the father and the mother.
Yeah, from the father and the mother.
Okay. Can I do like try to listen in?
Yes, and since you're a cat, you have excellent healing. You don't even have to roll for it because that's what
Sweet.
the rules say.
All
So,
right.
and so you get a little closer to the door, like kind of hiding behind it, and you can hear, well, I don't know, Scott. Like, I don't know if this place is right for her. I mean, she's scared already. It's day one. This isn't gonna be like leave a lasting impression. This is supposed to be a home, not a house. It's more than a building. It's a home. And Scott's like, oh, she's just young and scared. It's probably like just the darkness in the closet or whatever that she's scared of or something. She doesn't want to go to school. She's just like rah, rah. Typical father stuff.
Hmm.
And then they step down the hallway and go back downstairs, and you can hear them like just go into the kitchen, which is like right below Izzy's room. So Izzy is like rolling over, and after about 10, 15 minutes, you start hearing like her breathing get a little lighter, like and softer,
Hmm.
as if she's falling asleep, and she does fall asleep.
Okay.
And then
Um.
what?
So, so yeah, Gizmo. I guess she'd be kind of like, trying to stay awake, kind of having a little bit of trouble because like she's tired and like it's late at night. So she'd be kind of like trying to struggle and keeping her eyes open.
Okay, I will have you roll for that then, and
Okay.
that would be a mundane task. No, wait, no, a challenge, I guess, because you're trying to. And are you the right cat for the job, though?
I believe so. I mean, she's determined to get down to the bottom of it. So
Okay, then it's a success.
okay, sweet.
Because this table is very vague. Um, So you're able to stay up just barely. Like your senses are a little dulled though because you're getting tired, and
Okay.
cats get sleepy easily. You're like
Mm-hmm.
stretching, purring, and you start hearing scratching like coming from the floor, like almost nails on a chalkboard or nails on the wall,
Mm.
like that.
Okay. Oh, is there like a clear like place where it's coming from, or is it kind of just like around the room?
It is literally encompassing the room. Like there is no
Oh, interesting.
clear
Okay.
place.
Okay, well, Gizmo would shoot up. She'd be pretty concerned. Like she's like, okay, yeah, well, I guess the two footers knew what they were talking about. Well, at least Isabel did. Um, so let's see. She'd probably get off the bed and start trying to like, because this is like a strange occurrence. So she'd like be pretty curious about what it is or what it could be.
Hmm.
Um, So yeah, she'd start like walking around the walls and like kind of listening, putting her like ear up against the walls and like the floorboards and seeing if she can like determine where it's coming from.
Okay. Um, I will say that, however, because you're like directional listening,
Hmm.
I want to just try a difficult challenge. So roll, I guess. I guess you roll one dice.
Okay,
So,
I got a 4.
all right, that's a success.
Okay.
All right, so you're able to kind of like narrow in as you listen through the walls and the floor, and you notice that it's mostly coming from the walls. It's just resonating through the floor, kind of like amplifying the
Hmm.
noise. And you listen very carefully, and you hear a tapping quick
Oh, interesting.
right near your face, and it kind of sends you backwards a little bit.
Okay, so she'd kind of startle back and be kind of like, okay, like she'd probably assume. I think she'd first assume it could be like a mouse or something that's trying to mess with her.
Yep. Okay. Are you going to try to like get people to come in, or?
Um, I think if she was like, oh, if it's just like a rat or a mouse or something, uh, hmm, maybe you could try to go get the dad since he's the one who's not like doesn't really believe it or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think she kind of go for the dad, try to get him.
All right. So one second, I gotta pull out my rule book quick.
Okay.
Um. Okay, so I'll say that is within kind of like your. How do you want to attract his attention?
Well, are they
'Cause
still awake? Do you think, or would they still be asleep?
they're downstairs right now in the kitchen, probably talking, going over bills and food bills and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, she'd probably like Gizmo would probably run down since the door is open, you said, so she can
Yeah.
easily get through the door. Um, yeah, have her go downstairs and since they're like kind of like going through bills and stuff, have her jump up on the table and kind of like meow very loudly, trying to get his like attention and stuff.
Okay. And since you're a two-footologist, I'll say that's actually pretty easy, I think, because
Okay.
you're a cat and like you're familiar with the 2-foot walker people.
Okay.
So you don't have to roll for it. It's just a success, and you he's like, you're so cute, and he pets you and says, all right, time to get off the table, and he kind of lifts you up and puts you on the ground.
Okay, well, she'd probably be like, okay, well, maybe if I just bother him enough and like keep on bothering him, he'll eventually just take me up to Isabel's room and close me in up there. So yeah, have her just jump back up on the table and like start like kind of like rubbing up against him and like meowing still and attracting his attention.
All right, he said, he's like, oh, you're still pretty cute, but I really need to get some stuff done. And he puts you down. You jump back up. He puts you down. You jump back up, and then he finally is
Knock
like,
the bills off the table. Have him start kind of almost getting like frustrated almost.
yep.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, it's time to go to bed. So he lifts you up, puts you in his arms, and he walks you up the stairs and he takes you up to the room.
Sweet.
He opens the door and there is light scratching from the walls, and he can hear it. And
Hmm.
he's like, What's that noise?" Um, he like starts tapping on the walls, and he's like, "Ah, stupid cat! You're supposed to clean this stuff up. You're supposed to take care of mice."
Okay.
In your
Um,
sweater.
in my sweater. She'd probably be a little bit indignant. Like, come on now. Like, do you really think this is a mouse that's making all of this noise? But okay. So she kind of shoot. I guess kind of. Okay, wait. Would the daughter have woken up with the father walking in and talking?
Yes, she would have. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that.
Okay,
Oh
okay,
my gosh! Oh
cool.
my gosh! Oh my gosh!
What?
Patrick's online.
Oh, sweet. Okay, get him on. Get him on.
All right, 1 second.
Okay, I actually have to make a call really quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll just pause the recording quick.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Yes, okay.
All right, and we're back. And now we have Patrick with us. So we're gonna add him into the adventure of investigation. Um, a few days. I'm just gonna catch you up to speed by like kind of like having Corey help introduce you as well through role
Sure.
playing.
hmm
So kind of introduce yourself, Patrick, so I can get a feel of your character quick.
Okay, so my cat investigator, as you would, sort of the role of my cat is a pussyfoot, sorry, which is basically someone who's very kind of playful, really cute, really fond of special treatment, and basically looks really adorable. So other things are kind of lenient towards not so much helping them, but lenient not towards this character, but lenient towards just giving them the best that they kind of can. So he's really adorable. He's a pure breed. It's a Persian cat, really long white hair. He looks really, really, really nice. And it is a he as well.
Okay.
And my character has kind of been living in kind of luxury with humans for the last 5 or 6 years. So he's had a spoiled kind of life.
All right. Your humans actually to get you into the game have sold you to the Dowd family.
Oh, okay.
They just haven't been able. The tough times are tough. The economy's hurting, and they can't afford your luxury cat food and accessories.
I'm okay with that.
All right, and the Dowd family actually bought you. They've been living there a few days in the town, and you were the only cat nearby that was for sale. So they needed company for their cat as well as their daughter Isabella, because Isabella has been hearing weird scratching noises on the walls and the floorboards of the new house every night, and it has been a few days, and they've noticed that in school she is starting to struggle.
Okay. Do I know at all if they assume it to be rats or something of the sort, or?
Yeah, they're assuming it's rats, and that's why they got another cat.
Okay, I'll point out now that my cat's hunting skills are suboptimal. I have the hunting skills comparable to that of a cactus, which is non-existent. If I fall on a rat, I might be able to take it on, but that's about it.
Okay, so both of
So
you
yeah.
are investigators, essentially, not fighters. All right, so what's the name of your cat, Patrick?
My cat is a male, and his name is. I will put into Skype. His name is Atkinson.
Atkinson.
Atkinson?
Like Rowan Atkinson?
Yes, just like Rowan Atkinson.
Oh, okay.
Atkinson.
That's
Mr.
cute.
Bean. Okay, so Atkinson, you are confronted. You come out of the box, and you see people looking at you, and they're like, "Oh, he's so cute." And the father's like, and this father figure with like this, he's kind of like starting to lose his hair, but he's still got some black hair, and it's shortly cropped, and he's got a big nose and glasses, and he says, this will take care of it. This cat, purebred, fine quality, should be able to get rid of those mice, rats, or whatever they are in Isabel's room." And he goes over and starts petting you, and Isabel looks, "Oh my God, it's another cat! Oh my God! Ah! You gotta meet Gizmo. You gotta meet Gizmo." and she pulls up another cat, a hairless sphinx wearing a pink sweater with tons of glitter and sparkles.
You poor thing. I'm going to kind of walk out of the little box towards the father, being the one I can identify being the kind of person in charge. I'm going to kind of rub my body against his leg and purr.
All right. And what do you hope to gain by doing so?
I'm just trying to show not my appreciation, but just show that I am like this really loving, peaceful, beautiful kind of cat. I'm trying to sell myself.
Okay. And I'll say that's pretty easy because you're a pussyfoot cat. So, and so he's like, oh, yeah, this cat knows where it's at. I'm not climbing on tables, messing with bills. Ugh.
Yeah, that was Gizmo.
Okay, I'm going to kind of make my way over towards the other cat, Gizmo, and I'm going to kind of look at them kind of up and down a bit, kind of keeping my distance. Almost not so much scared, but very overly cautious.
All right. Well, Gizmo is like the complete opposite of that. So she'd be like, "Why, hello there."
My cat is going to kind of not roll its eyes, but kind of just like internally chuckle a bit, and I'm going to kind of paw my way over towards you, kind of slowly, still a little bit cautious of my new surroundings, and I'm going to kind of not circle you, but kind of work my way towards your left. I'm going to kind of try to call out towards you, kind of inquiring how long you've been here for.
Well, I've been with the family since I can remember, so I've been around for quite some time.
My cat kind of purrs and agrees and goes, okay, very interesting. And so I'm going to kind of keep walking around and just kind of trying to gauge a little bit more about the family. I say, so what can you tell me about this family?
Well, they're pretty nice. Isabella is 9 years old, but she takes care of us mostly. Well, I wouldn't say rich. I would say more comfortable, though.
My cat kind of sighs out as if cats do, and I'm going to try to purr in agreement almost and say comfortable is sufficient. And I'm going to kind of move on over towards the little girl now, and again do exactly the same thing as I did to her father, kind of my body against her leg and kind of purr.
She looks at you and she's like, oh, hello, Atkinson! Did you meet Gizmo? Gizmo, I bet, loves you.
I purr a little bit louder. Continue to do as I do.
She picks Atkinson up from under the armpits and just holds him in front of her and just starts shaking you. Yay! New cat!
I'm going to kind of blink and try to contain myself before I explode. First impressions are very important.
Okay. Alright, she puts you down and she's like, Dad, yeah, it's the weekend, it's Friday night, and can I have friends over, or? And he's like, no, I think you should still get used to the house still. I mean, we haven't even set things up. We're not done unpacking yet. She's like, come on, I want to bring friends over. And the mother goes, we just got you a new cat, dearie. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You got enough company. And she starts pouting and goes back up to her room.
Hey, I'm going to take this. So, are we in a dining room kind of thing? So there's still
the dining room /
around?
kitchen area. It's not very large. It's kind of like a circular table, 4 chairs around it.
Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity as she leaves and puts me down to kind of dash over to the next room and just kind of give that the rooms a quick little scan over. I'm trying to gauge if this house is larger than my prior house.
It's a lakeside house, so it's a lakeside property.
It's nice.
It's not very large. It's 2 stories.
Atkinson is very superficial. Very superficial.
All right, you're disappointed.
In this case, I kind of purr to myself and kind of think out loud to say, I am really, really moving down in this world, and I'm gonna try and find like a nice cozy spot and kind of just like lie there and kind of sulk for a bit.
Well, Gizmo would probably like run up to you and be like, "Hey, hey, why the long face?"
I kind of blink and look towards Gizmo and say, "Can't you see I'm sulking at the size of this minuscule house?"
Well, I don't know about all that. I mean, it's cozy enough, and they feed us like regularly. If anything, I've kind of gained some weight because Isabel tends to give me all the food I want if I ask for it enough.
I say, "Are you fed at least 6 times a day with free-range chicken?" With free-range chicken, with the bones promptly removed and the food promptly cut.
Well, I would more say it's the meow mix, but it is the chicken mix.
My cat kind of moan, like he sort of sulks again, like even more visibly this time.
Yeah, Gizmo's a little kind of like put off of it, like, well, okay, like Mr. Grumpy.
Right, and Isabel actually comes running down the stairs, looks at both of you, and is like, "How come you're not upstairs with me? Yeah, I need company. I'm scared to go in my room." And she picks up Gizmo and then like pulls on Atkinson's tail a little bit to get him to follow.
Again, I kind of sigh, but I sort of continue on trying to keep a good first impression.
Okay.
Gizmo's just kind of like, yay, I'm in her arms.
All right. So she takes you both upstairs, and she opens the door to her bedroom, and it's just this small little room, like a little bed, but there's enough room for both of you guys to be at the feet or at the head as well of the bed. She's got a small dresser and some boxes in the corner of stuff that is not unpacked yet. So,
Mhm.
and and I'll say you guys officially have met each other.
All right.
Okay.
And
To clarify, humans cannot understand us, can they? Isn't like speech, so we don't have to worry about not speaking in front of humans. Because I've never like played a game with this kind of style. I'm not
no,
quite sure what the boundaries are.
cats can talk to other animals, but they cannot talk to humans. Humans can't understand
Okay.
their language.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify that. Okay, that's cool.
All right.
Okay, so we're inside the room now.
Yes, you are inside the bedroom. You're inside Isabel's bedroom. It's got pink walls and same color pink as the cat's sweater, so the cat can blend in Gizmo's sweater. And
Oh God,
She
I
really
kind
likes
of groan
pink.
out again, and I kind of like look at my newfound companion up and down and say, "Girl, that color does not suit you."
Gizmo would be kind of like, well, you better get used to it.
I kind of like look blank faced. I kind of just groan for like the fifth time tonight.
All right. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit because it's gonna be going into the evening.
Yep.
You're at the dinner table. Like you get fed. You're not very happy, Atkinson, though, because it is kibble.
Do I have to roll to stomach the food?
Sure, if you want to.
I think I will take this opportunity. So I roll 1d6.
Yep.
Okay. I've got a 1.
You failed. You threw up.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I kind of throw up and I kind of look towards my companion and say, "What is this crap?"
Well, it's pretty much the only thing I've ever really eaten. They kind of get, the same brand of food, but it's,
I am
it's my favorite.
So sorry.
Because I was like, what else is out there?
I look towards Gizmo and I kind of say, "One day, I promise to take you on a walk on the finer side of life.
Gizmo's like,
Until
she's
then,
like
I'm
nodding her
gonna
head.
starve myself, and I'm gonna try and use my nose, kind of like push the bowl away."
Oh.
Well, since Atkinson was so nice about offering to show me the good side of life, How about Gizmo try to, I don't know, she can try to like, I don't know, get into some of the human food, maybe? I don't know. Try to get something for Atkinson since she is a two-footologist, so maybe she can, I don't know, like open up a bag or something of something that's on the table or something.
Right, you're gonna have to wait for them to leave the kitchen, obviously.
Okay.
So it'll be right after dinner. Isabel's heading up to bed, and everyone's leaving the kitchen because it's a pretty late night. They all stayed up a little later, and they had a late dinner. But everyone's going up to bed and is kissing each other goodnight, reading stories to Isabella, and so what do you want to get? Do you want to go into the cabinet, the table, the refrigerator?
Oh, I have an idea. Did they just dump their scraps of dinner like in the garbage can?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, can it be one of those garbage cans with the where you press on the bottom and the lid pops up?
Yes.
I was picturing exactly that. we are in sync right now. Wow.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, Gizmo, she kind of scamper on over to Atkinson and be like, well, there, I could get you some of the human food that they like throw away. Sometimes when I'm feeling extra, bad, I'll just kind of go into the garbage can. If we're careful though, they won't even notice that we went in there.
At the start of you saying this, Atkinson's eyes light up. They're like human food, actual food, and then you say the word garbage can, and again, I kind of groan for the 6th time tonight. I'm like, I kind of look towards you and I just say, do what has to be done. Just don't tell me where it came from. I'm gonna like put my paws over my eyes.
Okay. Well, so since she's a two-footologist, would she have to roll for that? I mean, it is kind of.
I'll say it is challenging, so yeah, you have to roll 1 dice for it.
Okay. Oh no, I rolled a 2.
Okay. You click on
Looks like I'm starving tonight.
you like click on the pedal and it's just not coming up.
No.
And then you jump on top of the garbage can and you fall in.
Oh no. She's like,
Do I
Atkinson,
hear some kind of like crash wall of bang?
And actually, it's like one of those 7-second videos you see on like Facebook where like the cat goes flying. and there's like this loud crash and the garbage can falls over, garbage fills everywhere, and Atkinson peeks through his paws just a little bit.
Oh no. All right.
I kind of look at this sort of chaos just now sprung across this room, and I kind of look towards you, and I kind of look towards some kind of like a half-eaten rotting banana, and I say, I'm not eating that.
Okay.
All right. Well, shoot.
Obviously someone will hear this.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. So who's it gonna be?
It's actually going to be Isabel walks down because her parents were
sure.
exhausted.
All right, good.
She comes down and she's like, "What are you guys? You guys are so
straight
silly."
straight away. I want to move towards her quickly, and I want to try and purr against her leg, try and keep her calm.
Yeah, Gizmo's just kind of looking up with these big eyes, like, I'm sorry.
Okay. And she's like, "Oh, I can't stay mad at you guys. Mom and Dad will clean that up anyways. We'll just leave it till the morning."
Oh, that's not a good idea.
That's definitely not a good idea.
I was hoping she would clean it up. It's like, darn you, human.
So she just she leads you both upstairs into her room, and she puts you guys on the bed, and she tucks you guys into the blankets and gets you all ready for night time. When she's right about to fall asleep, you hear a little pitter patter downstairs.
Atkinson's going to be quite scared right now. He's going to kind of bury his head beneath the blanket and pretend he didn't hear anything.
Gizmo would still be very curious. So this is what, the second night or however many nights she's heard this thing.
Yep.
And she still can't figure it out. So it's almost like a challenge to her. She really wants to get to the bottom of this. So she's just so inquisitive. So she kind of look over to Atkinson and be like, come on, let's go check it out. We can find out what it is, what's causing this noise.
for about the seventh time, and I kind of look towards her and I say, Atkinson's having like an internal kind of struggle here. On one side, he wants to impress this new cat, which he's met. On the other side, he kind of naturally a coward at heart. Eventually, he's going to kind of agree in kind of like by nodding his head and says, "Very well." It says, "Just so you know, if it is a rat or a mouse, I'm going to leave." And I want to kind of hop down from the bed and kind of move towards the door.
Okay. The door is shut.
I'm going to try and pour the door, like having no idea what the hell to do.
I think
softly
I
start
can.
purring.
As a two-footologist, I believe I can open the door.
Yes.
You can. Yeah.
Yes, pretty easily, right?
It would be appropriate, and it would be a challenge, so it's a success.
Okay.
Because it's appropriate to your role. So you just like jump up and like turn the knob using your feet and jump down, and you like Atkinson's like pawing to get the door open, like at the bottom still, and like you just push him to the side and you're like, watch this.
Like step aside.
Yeah. Oh, cool cat.
Atkinson's eyes open up the second time tonight quite large because he's never seen anything like there's like a cat doing its own thing, like doing work itself. And I want to kind of say like that was actually really impressive.
And be like, Gizmo's kind of like bashful about it, but like secretly inside, she's kind of like, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
In this case, I stay close to Gizmo and I cautiously let her lead the way.
Okay.
All right. So I'm guessing you're heading downstairs towards the noise.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Using your awesome hearing, you come down the stairs and you like peek around the corner of the stairwell, like kind of thing, and you can see directly into the kitchen, and you see something scurry across the floor.
You know how in like the old cartoons, the ones would like hop on the chairs if they see like a rat?
Yes.
Atkinson's gonna like sprint towards the nearest kind of stool or some kind of like step, and it's gonna like jump on it and kind of like on my tiptoes, almost be like, "What was that?"
Well, Gizmo.
Did you see that? Did you?
Gizmo be like, "Oh my god, I saw it!" And then she'd like kind of be like, excuse me," and like try to get the thing's attention.
All right.
I'm gonna think internally. No, this cat has a death wish.
She just really wants to know what it is.
Okay. So you kind of hear like nothing except the pitter patter once more, and then it stops as soon as you start talking. And and Atkinson is on top of his stool, and you see kind of like a little nose, a dirty little gray nose, pop around the corner, like about like a foot and a half off the ground.
Okay, Gizmo just be like, "Hello? Is there anyone there?"
All right.
She's been sheltered, okay? So she doesn't know that there can be dangerous things in this world.
Do you
That's
walk
fine,
up
yeah.
near it?
I think she would like, yeah, I guess she'd like kind of like come up near it, be like, kind of curious about it.
Okay. It's going. As you like turn around the corner, kind of like around the doorway, kind of like the inner doorway. You see the creature. Atkinson doesn't see this yet, but he will
Yet
soon.
implying that I actually will be close enough at one point to see it.
Yes. There's this giant gray furry thing with like little like insects crawling through its fur and disgusting fleas and other disease-carrying insects and mites and such. And it's got this long, slender snout and these little tiny beady eyes that are red and little scrappy ears and this long snake-like tail.
Oh my god, I could just picture Gizmo going, being like, "Oh my," like, oh.
I am
Okay.
so sorry.
Okay, that would be enough to kind of like, I think, kind of freak her out a bit. I mean, like, it has bugs and whatnot all over its fur.
Am I still able to see just Gizmo, or
Yeah,
has she
you
gone
can
around?
see Gizmo backing up a little bit.
Okay, I want to call out Gizmo and say, Gizmo, are, are you alive?
Gizmo would kind of like keep on backing up a bit until she can kind of like see Atkinson from the corner of her eye, and she's gonna just be like, "Oh my!" like it's
At
just like
this,
does not even know how to explain like what she's seen.
Atkinson is now going to he's not going to kind of like have an internal think to himself. He'll be like, okay, I've done nothing to impress this cat, and being a pussyfoot, I'm all about impressing. And so I kind of click into place. I'm going to jump down off the stool and move towards the toppled over bin and find what looks to be like the most recent of foods, and I want to drag it over to Gizmo.
Okay. You drag it over, and I'm guessing you go into the kitchen, obviously, where the creature is
Yes.
to get the food. So you just go like skirt around it to get food, or
Also, it's actually in the kitchen, is it?
yes?
Okay. Well, I know. I mean, upon seeing it, my character's probably gonna, Atkinson's probably gonna do a very similar thing to Gizmo, kind of just step back a little bit, kind of eyes wide, and completely forgetting my original task, and immediately regretting the decision.
All right. It looks at both of you, and it is going to say, you just you cats are all the same. You sit there, you eat your food. Luxury is your place, but us rats, oh, we take we are the true entrepreneurs of the animal world. And he takes a like that half-eaten banana that was rotting that you saw earlier and just like sucks it down his throat.
Damn.
Yeah, that must be a
Damn,
big ass
rat, you
rat.
scary.
Gizmo would. I think she would try to she'd startle at first to realize that the rat can actually speak to them and stuff. So she'd be like, oh my gosh, you're a real live rat. This is the first rat I've ever seen.
Okay. And he looks at you and he's like, "Oh, so you never seen one of us?"
No. I did. I mean, I've heard stories and stuff from the humans and how they would talk about you, but I've never actually seen you. Oh,
I'm
there
going
was
to
something
very
on the Cartoon
rudely
Network about
interrupt.
you.
I'm going to
Okay.
very rudely interrupt. As soon as you say I've heard stories, Atkinson says, I heard humans really, really, really hate you and your stench. Just outright to this rat.
He looks blindly at you. Oh, he just like
And they
his
think you're
mouth
pretty
drops
ugly as well.
open. What'd you say, Patrick?
And they think you look pretty ugly and scary.
He looks at you and he like looks over at Gizmo and then looks back at you, and he is going to try to hit you.
No. Gizmo's just like, why did you say that?
So, don't people like the truth?
He
I could lie to them
not.
next time if you want.
looks at you and he's like, "You little piece of hair," and he's going to try to hit you. So, he
In response,
rolls.
I say, this little piece of $5,000 hair.
Yep, he's pretty big. So, you have to roll one dice, or you can roll two dice. I think it is to risk a life.
Okay, how does risking a life work? So you have 9 lives as a cat?
Yes, you have 9 lives, and you can either take an injury with a life, or you can lose a life. Taking an injury is very painful, and it usually results in being like crippled for the rest of the game. Whereas if you sacrifice a life instead, you remain at top notch. That's what damage is taken care of as.
Okay. I will choose to risk a life then. Yep.
Alright,
So I roll
so
2d6.
yep, one of those dice counts as your life being rolled. So,
Okay, so I'll roll the life one first then. I got a 2.
all right, that's a failure. So roll the next one next.
Second one, I got a 4.
All right, that's a success. I have one success, so it cancels. They can to cancel each other out. So your dice would cancel out my attacker's dice. It gets
Yep,
subtracted
okay.
from my total. And he only rolled one success. So he like claws towards you and like just misses, and because he like falls under his own weight a little bit, and then rolls on his back inside, and he gets back up, and he's like, "Ah, I'm not what I used to be."
Okay, I'm trying to like kind of circle this rat,
Gizmo
not
would
in like an
be
aggressive attacking fashion, but I'm just gonna call out and say, why are you here?
yeah, Gizmo would like kind of like be kind of concerned that there's like this fight happening, and she'd probably want to try to like calm both of them down.
All right, roll to do that then. Roll to calm
Okay.
them down.
All right.
One dice.
Ooh, it fell. Hold on. 4.
All right, you make it. You're like, oh, it's okay. We're all animals here. And what else do you say?
I love Gizmo
There's
so
really
much.
there's really no need to fight. I had questions for the rat, and I'd really like to ask questions and get to know you.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna,
And, what did you say? The long hair cow, the one not wearing a sweater. You said something a minute ago, but I didn't hear you over. What's your name, sweater person?
Oh, my name is Gizmo. What's yours?
They call me Bruce.
Bruce.
I'm gonna
Oh,
kind of
lovely,
chuckle
lovely
a little
name.
bit in my throat, just to myself, very quietly. And I'm going to say what I was saying earlier is inquiring as to why you were here.
Don't you know this is our territory. We've been in this house for centuries. I mean, no one's lived here in like years, but it's nice to have fresh blood on the table.
Yeah, Bruce, this isn't going to work out. I'm sorry.
Oh,
And again, I'm going to keep circling.
Oh no.
all right.
Gizmo's just like watching, like, no.
He looks at Atkinson and he's like, yeah, I don't know what you mean. We've been here longer than you guys, so
I'll say, we've been here? How many of there are you?
I'm not at liberty to say, but let's just say he
Can
kind of
I
waits.
try to plead with him? Can I be like, please tell me? I'm going to try and like, I'm not experiencing rats before. I'm going to rub up against the rat and start purring because it's got me everything I've ever wanted in the past. And I'm going to take the same knowledge and apply it to the rat.
Oh no,
I'm, like,
you got
purr
bugs all
against
over
the
you.
rat and be like, please tell me.
Okay. Roll one dice.
I got a 5.
All right, you make it.
Sweet.
You get a little bit of bugs on you, but you like quickly paw them off.
While he isn't looking, yeah.
Yeah, while he isn't looking, and he's like, there's a lot of us, but Gizmo, right?
Oh yes, that's me. Yes.
He looks at you and he's like, you've been here a few nights. The little girl, how old is she?
Oh wow, she's 9.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, there's a lot of us. Too much for you to handle, Atkinson. But by the way, you got a funny name, not tough at all. But
Ouch.
Say, do I look tough? Does my companion look tough? I look over to my pink sweater-clad companion and my long white frilly hair, which I sent you a link in Skype as to what Atkinson is like.
he just like his eyes widen a little bit. And he's like, "This is gonna be easier than I thought." And he's like, "All right, well, I gotta get going." And he starts like waddling over towards the back door.
Gizmo's like, wait, but I have more questions.
All right, try to convince him to stay then.
All right, sweet. Oh no, I got a 3.
A 3
am I
makes
able
it.
Oh, a 3 makes it?
Yeah,
Okay,
3,
sweet.
4, 5, and 6 make it. 1 and 2 don't make it.
All right, well, Gizmo is still very curious, and she obviously she just found out that there are more rats. So she's like, can I meet more of you?
Maybe in the future, okay? Like, how about tomorrow night?
Oh, sweet. Where would you like to meet?
Just Just go in the basement. It'll be easier that way.
Okay, well, Gizmo would be like very excited and be like, Atkinson, did you hear it? We're gonna meet them in the basement tomorrow.
I groan out again. I
Okay.
kind of look towards and I say, excited isn't the word I would use.
And then she's like, okay, bye, Bruce. Till tomorrow.
Alright, and Bruce waddles out of the room. And he goes out the door, and he ends up actually going down into the basement. And then you kind of hear scratching along the walls.
Okay, like now that he's gone, Gizmo will turn to Atkinson and be like, "Oh my gosh, he was so interesting."
He was ugly. He was putrid. He stunk. He almost got bugs on my fur. But he was a little bit curious, wasn't he?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Atkinson's going to kind of walk back over to the food that I was going to give Bruce, the cleanest looking one, and I'm going to use my paw and try and cut off all the dirt from it. I'm going to have half of a bite of clean food there. I'm just going to eat that.
Okay. You're gonna have to stomach it, though.
Okay, I'll roll a d6.
Yep.
I got a 2. Fuck. Oh, I got a 2.
That's very embarrassing for you. You just vomit it back up. Just the thought of it being in the garbage is too putrid for you.
I can't handle this. I look towards Gizmo and I say, I don't think I belong here.
Gizmo would just kind of kind of be like, "Ew, that's kind of gross." That he just threw up all over the place again. But again, and she would be
actually, am I able? Never mind. Okay, I have something planned for the future in this campaign. That's okay. Okay, yep. I'm good. I'm gonna kind of look back towards my companion and say, was there anything else? Any other adventures you wanted to explore? Do you want to go swimming, eat some fish, or we go back to bed?
And she's gonna be like, swim.
The bathtub is no place to swim.
And I'm gonna groan again. I'm gonna start to work my way upstairs again.
Alright.
Well, she'd be just kind of chase after him.
Playfully. Hey, did you see that rat? No, I saw it. You make it up the stairs, and the door's still open to Isabella's room, and the scratching continues, and she's crying in bed.
Oh. Alright, Gizmo would immediately run in and comfort her.
I'm gonna try and hold her crying. I'm gonna kind of curl up under her just under her arm. I'm gonna very softly purr. It's just try to stop her from crying.
Okay. Both of you roll to comfort her then.
And a 4.
5.
Alright, you both make it, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are my friends." And she just squeezes you both towards her chest.
I kind of look towards her, even though I understand she's tired. I really want food, and I've expelled my stomach twice. I'm going to try. Am I able to kind of purr towards her, continue to purr until she feeds me?
You can try, but that'll be very hard.
Very hard. So roll 2d6.
Because that's trying to have that's like someone talking Spanish, and you're like, "Do you know where the bathroom is? Hola, hola."
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Hola.
It'll start off. I'm just gonna purr to keep her happy and stop crying, and I'm just gonna keep purring and purring and purring.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
roll
so
2d6.
I got a 6 and a 1.
All right. I'm not sure how that works. I think it just counts as one success. And since it was a difficult challenge, you did make it. So, because I assume that's appropriate because you're a pussyfoot. You can try to feel what humans are feeling and kind of give them a vibe. So
yeah, it says I've spent a lifetime charming.
Nice.
Charming the 2 foots out of treats.
Okay. So she's like, "Oh, are you hungry? You didn't eat much earlier, did you?"
I keep purring more intensely now.
Okay. She leads both of you downstairs to get you some food, and she actually runs down the stairs, making lots of noise.
Oh no. I feel like the father's gonna wake up and see the cat puke all over the floor.
Just so you know, if it comes down to it, I'm not going to take responsibility for that.
Oh no.
Um,
All right, so yeah, the Gizmo would be very excited about the chance to eat again because, like I said, she's kind of on the heftier size.
right? As she runs down the stairs, you hear a door swing open upstairs.
Oh no. um. Okay. Who are
Am
we
I
downstairs
able
yet?
to like
You guys are
drag?
downstairs right now.
Okay.
So
Am
downstairs
I
in the
able
kitchen.
to like drag a banana or like a tissue or something like that over the vomit?
You can try.
I want to try that. I want to touch it like you, and like drag it over the vomit, try and like obscure it from sight.
Alright, roll 1 dice then for it.
I got a 5.
Alright, you make it. You grab a tissue or a paper towel and you slowly drape it over it, like trying not to touch it.
I'm gonna walk back to Gizmo, visibly shaking, and I'll be like, "That was terrifying."
Alright, and
Gizmo's just kind of like shaking her head, like, "Oh no, like this guy."
Alright, so you hear steps come down the stairs, footsteps, and they're rather heavy footsteps, and you see this man, and he's and it's the father, and he's like, Isabel, what are you doing up? And then he walks into the kitchen, and he sees garbage all over the place where it had fell.
I'm going to straight away. I'm gonna walk out in plain sight, and I'm gonna like rub my fur against him, and I'm gonna run to the walls. I'm gonna like almost claw at the walls, purring, like meow, meow, like clawing at the walls.
Clawing at the walls?
No, I'm not like laying into the walls, but I'm like putting my paw against the walls. My paws are too fragile to go against anything but air. Otherwise, I feel that they don't break. I'm like a really fragile kind of cat. But
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like like put my body against the wall, and kind of like purr.
Alright. So are you trying to like try to appease him?
I'm trying to kind of make him think that it could be something up, like something other than us knocked over
Oh, smart.
this garbage here.
Alright, I'll
As if
say
it were, like
that
something in the walls.
I'll say that's 1 dice you have to roll, and it's appropriate.
I got a 6.
Alright.
Oh.
He's like, Atkinson, what is it, boy? What is it? Wait, you're not a beagle.
trying... I'm gonna like claw at the walls, and I'm going to put on like a fake limp, and I want to kind of like limp back towards him.
All right, he's gonna immediately look at Gizmo and be like, "What'd you do? What'd you do?"
Gizmo, no, sorry. No, I like go back to the walls, and I kind of like claw it, like, well, not like claw, but like like put my paw against the walls again, and like almost like like hiss.
All right. Are you okay? He's going to like look at the wall and like put his ear up to it and be like, I don't hear anything. Isabella, did you hear anything earlier? And she's like, yes, the clawing, the scratching. I heard it, and my kitties weren't with me, so I was very scared.
All right, Gizmo is just kind of like, you know how like cats like will stare at something, at like if it's like they see something but not like let other people can't see.
Yep.
Like yeah, she'll just kind of like stare at the wall, just kind of like pointedly, like kind of look at him and then look at the wall.
Okay. He's still angry about the garbage, so
Yeah.
he's going to look at the garbage, start cleaning it up, and just be mumbling to himself, "Oh, you guys are all babies. All of you are babies." And he's getting very upset. And he carries both of you and leads Isabella up to bed after he cleans the garbage up and talks sternly to both of the cats and goes, "You guys shouldn't be playing in the garbage. And I don't know what you guys were doing. And I found cat vomit. I found vomit."
Can I try to kind of calm him down by again kind of just like purring and looking like really cute? I'm gonna like walk up to his feet, and, like roll on my back and purr.
Okay, roll 1 dice for that.
I got a 5.
All right, you make it, And he's impressed, and he's like, "Oh, I can't stay mad at you either,
This
Atkinson."
guy is like so soft-hearted.
I know, right?
And he carries both the cats upstairs, puts them in Isabella's bed, and Isabella falls asleep. We are on to the next day. Um, the day goes about as usual, and then it becomes it's around dinner time again, and they feed more kibble, and Atkinson has to roll to keep it down.
I got a 1.
Oh my
Are you
God.
serious?
I am not even kidding.
Okay,
Oh
they
my
need to go out and
God.
buy like better cat food then.
And he takes like one little bite and throws it up outside the dish, and then Gizmo eats the rest.
No. I throw it up inside. I throw it up in the
Oh.
dish.
Oh.
I Gizmo would just be like, "Why did you do that?"
So I look at it and said, it's just like it's an excuse for me not to eat it.
Oh.
Ah.
Gizmo just like looks at him and is like, "Oh."
Wait. Were we sharing the dish though? Because that's kind of rude.
No, that's gross.
Yeah, we're all sharing the dish.
She'd be like,
They can be on the one.
like, what the hell?
If the humans are still eating, I'm going to I'm gonna like walk over to the mother and kind of like rub my body against her chair because I haven't had anything to eat in like 2 days
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
All right, roll one dice.
I got a 5.
All right. She's like, "Oh, you're so sweet, so cute." And Isabel is like, "I know, mommy. Isn't Atkinson awesome? Look at his long fur." And she like reaches down and starts petting you, and then is like, "You want some chicken? You want some chicken?" And just throws like chicken on the floor.
Okay, well now Gizmo's like, I would like some chicken too now, and how about she try the same trick? And I would actually laugh if she didn't. Okay, hold on. Oh, I got a 4. Would that be success or not?
It's a success, yeah.
All right, sweet chicken.
So chicken for everyone.
I chow down on the chicken, and upon Gizmo getting chicken under the table, I'm gonna kind of like blink a little bit and look towards my companion, like lower my head down, and kind of like walk towards her and be like, So you say we're pretty good friends now, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
working
definitely.
my way towards
I've never met anyone that wasn't a friend.
towards the chickens. I say, of course you haven't.
Oh.
I'm gonna kind of say, yeah, you know what friends do for each other.
Well, if it's anything about sharing this chicken, I'm not.
I say they make sacrifices for one another, and I kind of like walk towards her.
All right. Well,
At this point in time, all I've had to eat in the last 2 days is a bit of chicken,
Yeah,
so my
okay,
eyes are
see,
set on this prize.
I actually could see because Gizmo understands and she's smart enough to realize, Atkinson hasn't had like food and like he can't seem to keep it down either after 3 times.
A serious problem,
Yeah.
guys. It's a
So
serious-
yeah, she'd share because she can actually eat the kibbles and be able to keep it down.
Okay. Aka says, "Thank you. I will remember this." I say, "A pussyfoot always holds his word," and I'm gonna like chow down some of the chicken, and I'm gonna be quite happy now. And I'm gonna like purr against Gizmo as well.
Aww.
Aw,
Okay.
best friends for life.
Oh God!
All right.
And I sigh for the 7th time this campaign now.
Okay. We'll move on. It's after dinner, and it's going to be nighttime. Everyone's getting ready for bed. And oh, look at me! I'm yawning. And Isabella
Great
takes.
sort of addition to the roleplay there, like on.
Yes, it was. I'm trying to be in character, even though I'm the
I'm in the
GM.
mood right now.
And he takes Isabel, leads you both upstairs, tucks you in again, and tries to fall asleep. Gets read a bedtime story, and her parents just say, "Oh, it's gonna be such a nice night for you. Things are gonna get better soon, and you're gonna have so many friends at school when you come back next week." Like when they go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And they slowly close the door, and it stays a little bit ajar. And Isabella falls asleep.
I curiously ask Gizmo, what are her school friends like, or if she even had any. So Isabella, when she went to school before, if she went to school even, Did you have many friends?
No, she didn't really have a lot of people over. I think the other kids just don't seem to like her too much.
I was like, well, I don't understand humans. I mean, if they just bought chicken or caviar to school, they'd be really popular.
Caviar.
And I say, like, I don't understand humans
All right.
sometimes.
Well, being the two-footologist that she is, Gizmo would go on a long spiel about how, you know, people like two-foots are very complicated creatures, and they have this culture that that is very entertaining to watch. And
I'm just
she's
gonna blink towards Gizmo and I'm gonna sigh again.
8.
Eight.
we should start tally marking them.
8. I actually have a bit of paper here. I'm gonna start tally marking them. Here we go. 8.
Okay. It is getting to be night, and you hear scratching, and then on the walls, and then it seems to go lower in the wall, and then you start hear tapping on the floor in downstairs.
And Gizmo's like, oh, that must be Bruce and his friends. We have to go meet them.
I say, yeah. I say, like, I turn towards Gizmo and say, I've never met a rat before last night, but I've heard my humans complaining about rats many a times. So just be careful, okay? With like almost like a hint of concern in his voice.
Aw.
Almost.
Who knew? No. No,
Pretty
Gizmo
much,
would
yeah.
Gizmo would kind of she'd be understanding about the concern and stuff, but then again, like I said, she's very sheltered. So she's like, "Oh, it'll be okay, you know? They were here first, so obviously we're the ones who are imposing upon them. So I believe we should create a relationship of sorts."
Okay, so you guys head downstairs.
Okay, yeah, we roll on downstairs.
You roll down the stairs.
Yes, I just roll on down. No, yes, I elegantly pad my way down the stairs.
Gizmo's just like trotting behind, like
I'm,
super
I'm
excited.
more, I'm more prepared this time, so I'm not going to leap on a stool first sight of a rat I see.
Okay. You come downstairs and you see Bruce in front of the basement
I
door.
want a stool. I'm kidding. Okay. I kind of walk towards Bruce and I say, "Hello again, Brucey."
He looks at you and goes, Bruce. It's
E
Bruce.
E.
And he like fake pulls a punch and then misses you, and he's like, alright, yeah, you're funny. And then he's like, alright, my family's downstairs in the basement, and we've assembled out of the woodwork and the attic and the caverns, and I think we're ready to meet you guys. And he kind of like opens the door and like motions for you two to go down.
As
Gizmo's like, oh.
before we do, is there any kind of Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind on that. The garbage was cleaned up. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna work my way towards outside.
All right,
Pulling
Gizmo's very excited, you know, and she's so she like kind of like runs down to the basement, like all excited, ready to meet more rats.
Okay. And I'm guessing Atkinson follows, right?
I do, yes.
All right.
Hesitantly, but I do follow.
All right. You look behind you, and the door is now shut, and it's dark.
Ooh.
Is it cold outside?
Gizmo.
You guys are in the basement.
In the
It's a
basement,
little
yeah.
cold, so.
Okay.
Gizmo would be like, well, this is quite the introduction.
As we're kind of like walking down, I'm gonna say like my humans used to watch a lot of movies, and typically basements is where they died. And I'm just gonna say that outright, just like very bluntly. And I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay. You guys can actually see kind of in the dark because you're cats. So you guys like kind of like go down the stairs and you look around, and it doesn't seem like there's anything there. But under the actual stairs, there's a small there's actually about a cat-sized, like a pretty decent-sized hole in the foundation kind of thing. And it seems it leads on, and there's no light at the end of it, but You can see a little bit better, and it smells a little damp in there.
Hmm.
I
Okay,
kind of
well, I think as
I
a oh go ahead.
I was going to sort of work my way towards the hole, and I'm going to sit there and say, okay, so when are they coming? As in, like, not expecting, like, to walk inside there at all, as if expecting them to come out here to us.
Yeah, Gizmo would like be looking around for Bruce, and it actually I can actually flip on light switches if I'm
Yeah,
assuming she knows where it is by now.
yeah,
But
probably.
okay, yeah. So would I could roll for it if you want me to.
No, actually, that's appropriate, and it's a mundane
Okay.
task because it's a light switch. If it was more complicated, like one of those drawstring lights,
Mm-hmm.
then that would be harder. But it's a light
Okay.
switch, so
All right. So she'd be like, "Hold on a sec, Atkinson," and so she'll like she go run back up the stairs a bit, and then kind of jump up, and like her nose hits the light, and it flicks on.
all right. It's a dark, gray basement, very, very gray, plain. It's not been finished. It's got a dirty, dirty floor.
Okay. Gizmo would be like, "Do you see anything?"
Just dirt and a little bit of floor, but a lot of dirt. And I'm gonna like try and like limit my movement, so like as if I don't want to get dirt on my fur.
Gizmo is like, "Well, this is a very strange introduction," and be like, kind of like, maybe it's like a rat thing to do. Like you wait and we have to try to lure them out.
I look towards my own fur and my companion's fur, and like seeing the dirt on it, I say, well, I think I feel more and more like a rat each passing minute.
Can we do like I was gonna call it a perception check, but can we just kind of like look around
Yeah,
and like
that'd be easy to do. You guys got heightened senses.
Rats, or we hear
You
like clawing or anything of the sorts.
you actually hear in the distance, like above you, a little scratching, and then as if something was being dragged across the floor, something heavy. So you hear
Ew.
kind of like a squeak and scratch as it goes.
And do we know where this came from?
Um, you just know that it's coming from the floor above you, so it's coming from the kitchen.
Okay. Well, Gizmo would be like, well, maybe they got the location mixed up or something. So maybe we should just go back up.
I kind of look towards Gizmo with like evident concern in my eyes at time, and I say, I don't think we should be down here.
Well, why is that?
I said, like, I think something is in the kitchen, moving around.
Well, then let's go
Is
check it
Bruce
out.
still down here? Is
No,
Bruce still
Bruce.
down?
Well,
Bruce
he
shut the
can't.
door behind you guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of look back towards my companion. I say, yeah, I'm pretty sure we were tricked to come down here. I kind of curse like under my breath and say, oh, I hate rats.
Yeah, Gizmo would be just kind of confused and like almost like concerned about like like why would they do that? Kind of upset about it.
Hmm.
I look towards like Gizmo and say, you cannot ever trust a rat. And I kind of like walk back a little bit. And I kind of like I look between the door and the cat-sized hole in the foundation. I say, so which way would you rather go? Almost scared because I know the answer. Almost.
Well, let's see. I'm assuming that the basement door is one of those really heavy ones, right? So I'd
Yeah.
probably have to roll a life for it. So
Yeah, and it's on the top of the stairs. There's no platform, so you'd have to jump up and then risk falling down the stairs.
I
yeah.
look at Gizmo and I say, don't worry, I'll catch you. I say completely straight-faced. Have faith.
Gizmo is just like, let's just go down this way. Like, it's only a creepy dark corridor, but like, no, she's like, she would probably just be like, well, why don't we just go around and then we can Wait, is there like could there be a kitty door?
On the basement door?
No, 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 and the front door because
Yeah, on the front door
Gizmo.
there's probably a kitty door, yeah.
Okay, Gizmo assumes that if they can just go through this foundation, they can make their way outside somehow and just go back through the kitty door.
Okay. So are you guys both going through?
I
She
sigh
like turns
for a
to
total of
Atkinson.
9 times, and I go through. I turn to Gizmo and say, "If I die down here, you have to promise me something."
Well, I don't
I
think
say,
you're gonna die,
I
but
say, "You have to promise me something." I say, "You
well,
have to salvage my fur and replace your current sweater because you would look stunning in white."
Gizmo just kind of like looks at his sweater, like, "What's wrong with my sweater?"
I kind of like look towards the sweater and I kind of like overlook you saying that. Say, let's just go.
That was perfect. I can imagine like Gizmo just being like, "That's morbid, okay."
Yeah.
First
So
you
can I,
vomit, and now you want me to
I
wear your skin. All right.
I feel our characters work very very well together. I'm very glad that we chose these two characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty because I feel like if we were like one of the the scrapper types or something, like they would not get along.
Mhm.
Oh God, no! I would be dead right now. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
I
are we gonna go through the hole in the foundation?
Yes, I'm going to chivalrously kind of step aside and kind of say after you.
Oh, so, Gizmo's just oblivious. She's just gonna be like, "Oh, why, thank you," and just kind of
I
go.
say don't mention it. I'm going to kind of like follow in suit after.
Okay. So you guys start walking and like trotting along. Ugh. You guys start trotting along through the foundation hole, and it leads down, which is kind of strange, and it leads into like this spiraling down tunnel. And you just keep turning left and 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 left, and then you
I say
eventually.
I'm getting a little bit dizzy
Gizmo's
as we
like,
keep
"This
descending.
is amazing. I never knew all this was down here."
You guys eventually get into this decently sized cavern, like probably about the size of the living room, which is about the size of Isabel's room, which is small, and the kitchen combined.
Mm.
And there's kind of like a little ledge, and you can peek over it if you want, or you could like just start running out and be like, "Oh my gosh, we're in a cool room."
You've already said it.
You know what we're both gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Gizmo.
peek. I'm gonna cautiously try and peek.
Gizmo's gonna be like, "This is such a cool room." You like got her down.
I turn to Gizmo and say, Gizmo, let's play a game, okay?
Oh, I love games.
I say the next one to talk loses.
Oh, okay. Wait, when does it start?
I kind of look towards her and I kind of wink. I was about to say, good try, but no, I don't say anything. And I kind of like creep on out
All right.
and kind of like peer out a bit.
You are going to look over the ledge,
Yep, I
and
am.
you see rats, little rats all
Like
over the
floor
place.
rats or like several?
Several rats, like the whole floor is covered in rats.
Oh God. Yeah, I can some kind of like takes a few steps back and I kind of like shake my head.
And there you can kind of hear their like rat breathing, which is like.
Even their breathing sounds disgusting.
They're smoking.
Rat breathing.
No. No, Gizmo would like be almost like shaking with like excitement, but she doesn't want to say anything because she is kind of competitive. So she's like,
Okay.
Is there a way down to the rats that we can see?
Yes, there
Or
is.
is it like just like a ledge?
There's a ledge and then a little walkway that kind of wraps around the place, the room.
Okay, interesting. Can I distinguish Bruce in those rats at all by any chance?
You'd be able to, but there's a lot of them, so I'd say you have to roll dice for that.
Roll 1d6.
Yep.
I got 3.
Okay. You make it. You distinctly don't see Bruce. All these rats are a lot smaller than him.
Okay. Is there only one entrance into this area?
No. There seems to be a larger hole in the side of the wall of the cavern, and it looks almost like childlike size, as if some kid could crawl through it or be dragged through it.
No, that's terrifying. Okay, that's actually terrifying.
Gizmo's
Um,
like looking around and wander.
There's doors here.
yeah, I'm in sheer terror at the moment. Poor Atkinson. Okay, Atkinson is going to concede and he's going to talk, giving Gizmo the victory here. And I say, you are very good when you apply yourself. You should apply yourself more often. I said like kind of jokingly, but okay. I kind of look towards and I say, do you see that hole over there?
Oh yeah. Wait,
One-
oh yes, yes, I do. I see.
I say, do you think Isabella would fit in that hole?
Well, judging by the size and the width of its diameter, I believe so.
I kind of look and I say, what? What'd you just call me? I say, okay. I'll take your word for it. I say, okay. My estimates feel really subpar now. I kind of like look down towards the rats and I say, so do you think we should call out or do you think we should just sneak our way back out?
Okay, she wants to meet them, so.
Okay.
But yeah, she wants to meet them, but she's kind of like she can also sense that you're really concerned and scared. So
I'm not scared. I'm just it's a heightened concern. Okay, just a heightened concern.
heightened concerned, okay? And so she's just kind of gonna leave it up to you because she doesn't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Atkinson is going to say to Gizmo, he'll say, they did lock us in the basement.
Very true. So maybe they just want to meet us.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'll say, I'm not going to lie, your curiosity is rubbing off on me. I'm kind of curious to see where that hole leads.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to know where it leads to. So let's do it.
Are we able to make our way over that hole without being seen?
That would be very difficult.
Yeah.
So you'd have to risk a life to actually be able to do that, because you'd be purposely sneaking past, like tiptoeing over rats.
Okay then. In that case, I'll say, okay, well, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck here. I kind of think that dragging sound, which we heard earlier, may actually be Isabella. Atkinson's kind of putting these pieces together in his mind, and I realize that I need to keep Isabella alive because she feeds me chicken. So it's a priority that she stays alive right now. So I'm going to leap down the ledge before the rats, and I'm going to call down and say, how are we all on this beautiful evening?
And they all just start hissing and making growling noises, kind of things. And they all like get up and get on their hind legs and look at you.
I look towards them again and I say, can't we be sophisticated about this issue? We're just two different animal species sharing a place to live. Why can't we be civilized about it? Says, my name is Atkinson. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Where's Bruce?
I said, I don't know. He was walking us down here. They kind of just abandoned us.
Oh, you are the cats. Now it's obvious. Are you Isabella's cats?
Why, yes, we are. That would be us.
I say, I go to open my mouth and I stop and I move my entire body to face Gizmo, and I look back towards the rats and I say, yes. In hindsight, we may have been able to play this off as really big rats because we're so dirty. In hindsight, we should have done that.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that would actually been kind of fun. Oh man.
I know. Oh.
Okay.
Maybe you can like convince them that we're well, no, we kind of just said we were Isabella's cats. Never mind.
Isabella's pet rats.
I'm gonna look towards them and I say, I say we belong to Isabella, but we are a long lost race of cat rats.
All
And
right.
I'm gonna kind of like walk around and I say, we are one of you.
Yeah, Gizmo is kind of like this is news to me, like, but she's like just kind of like, wow, really? I didn't even know this.
All right.
I look towards them and I say, would a cat of my beauty proudly wear this dirt on my fur? And like I'm like resisting the urge to throw up.
You're going to have to roll with a life.
Oh, the life?
Yeah,
So,
two
two,
dice, and if you fail, then you obviously lose that life. So,
I got a 3 and a 6.
all right, you make it. They're like,
That
I
actually
guess
worked.
I guess you're right. You are pretty filthy looking. I mean, you even got bugs in your hair. Wow, that's
I say I freeze up and I say, yes, I love bugs in my hair. I just like completely frozen. I was like resisting the urge to just throw up. You know, I'm like on edge at the moment. I'm like, oh my god, I cannot stomach this.
okay. So
I look back towards the rats and I say, we made contact with our fellow friend, Brucey, or Bruce rather. And I say, he told us to come down here so we knew what to do about the cats upstairs. So what is the plan for the cats?
Oh, that's easy. Here, let me tell you. One of the other rats looks over and goes and like pushes him to the side. No, I want to tell him. No, I want to have the privilege. And then another one, like a little
Gizmo's
bigger
just like,
one.
tell us.
Another one looks over and is like, "Yo, let
What?
me tell them." And they all step aside and like make a little semicircle around all of you. And he's like, "Bruce went up to get the girl."
Oh well, what are they gonna do with the girl? She's kind of caught on to what Atkinson has done now.
Set up, yeah. Trying to do.
Yeah, like cause she's kind of like, well, they're just trying to figure out what because she knows like we're the cats and she's like, okay, this is kind of smart, so she'll go along with it.
You know, tonight's the night. Like, you know,
But
you guys are rats, right?
I
well,
say we are cat rats. I say we worship some of the rat ways, and we're not narrow-minded enough to limit our views to but one race. I say in order to truly appreciate this animal life, we live as many animals. I say,
Ah,
yeah,
but
that's pretty
please, share.
I don't know. Bruce would have told you.
I'm going to purr like playfully. I'm going to kind of like walk up towards them, and I'm going to like rub my body against the cleanest looking rat, and I say, just so you know, I am part cat, and cats can be very, very seductive if they want.
So you're hitting on the rats?
I might be hitting on the rat, yes.
Okay,
I am making sacrifices for chicken people, okay?
roll one
Gizmo,
dice.
Gizmo's just looking like very like, wow, this is so interesting. She's like, if she could take notes, that is what she would be doing. She's taking mental notes.
Roll one dice.
I got a 3.
Okay, you make it, and one of the rats just looks at you and is like, "Yeah, but if you haven't noticed, there is a lot more of us than there is of you."
I say, that may be true, but still, you know, allow us to increase your numbers. Take us in as your own.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
What-
say have babies with us.
I'm not going to go that far. The fact of Atkinson being inside a rat, I won't even roll. I will throw up on the rat.
You did?
I kind of look towards him and say, so tell me, what is happening tonight?
Right? He looks at you and is like, "Well, you guys are part of our species. All right. Phil, you tell him." And you see this small
Phil.
little rat come up and he's like, "You see." You see, the stars are aligning tonight, and the great Rat Lord is gonna be in the sky, the heavens. Well, we have to sacrifice fresh blood.
Okay, at this is like Gizmo is like, wait, rat? There's a rat god?
Yeah, I kind of walk up. This is all news to me, rat gods and such and the like. And I say, the rat god, huh?
Yeah, the Rat God.
That voice would have been so much better. It feels like a really giant rat. I literally, you said that I pictured this rat bigger than me. That's like how I pictured it. I don't even know why.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to, Atkinson's gonna kind of, turn back towards Gizmo and kind of like flash a look of concern on his face. And I'll say, should we go help Bruce then?
Oh yeah, let's go do that. she's all like, oh my god, like get out of here.
I look to one of the rats and like I seductively trail my paw over their chin, and I'll be we'll be right back.
Okay. Go help Bruce then. The little rat looks up and he's like, "He just touched you."
And we're gonna set off.
All right.
I think-
Are you going backwards through the little corridor, or are you going through the bigger hole that leads somewhere
I
else?
turn to my companion here, who's obviously more scientific-minded than Atkinson, and I say, what are the chances you think we'll be dragging Isabella through that hole?
Gizmo would be like looking at the hole. She's very concerned now. She's kind of like catching on like to what they could be doing. Because she's watched a lot of National Geographic and all these cultures and stuff. But she would be like kind of motion her head towards the child-sized hole in case like Bruce is already starting to drag her that way.
I nod, and we're gonna set off towards that child-sized hole.
All right. They kind of make a path for you, and they're like, "Yeah, go get the kid. Get the cats."
Gizmo's like, yeah, of course.
I'll be like, yeah, death to the cats. And like walk on out.
And your sweater is dirty.
I know. I'm just like my sparkles.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to throw up from touching a rat now, so it's not like in my system anymore.
Okay.
Off to the side, and I'm gonna keep walking and be like, that was disgusting.
All right. As you continue walking, you start hearing little tapping noises along the floor, and it must be rats. It must be someone, and then you hear like scraping against the floor, coming from distance down the tunnel.
Okay, Gizmo would automatically assume, I believe, that it could be Bruce and dragging along Isabella. So yeah, Isabella. So she'd be like kind of wanting to run ahead. So I think she'd even just kind of like leave Atkinson because she's so concerned. Kind of run ahead.
Okay.
I will follow a couple of paces behind.
Right.
My cat, I picture this kind of like one of the first and the only times in his life he's going to experience this curiosity and this feel to save someone. But my food is at stake here, and I'm going to do everything that I can within my power to help. So I will follow a few paces behind.
All right. As you do so, why am I yawning? As you do so, you guys turn around a corner and you see Bruce there, and you see a big garbage bag.
Is it just Bruce there?
It's Bruce and then rats holding up the garbage bag. So little rats working as a platform, kind of.
Okay.
Okay, we should find out what's in the bag, obviously. So somehow, yeah.
Can we hear like her breathing? Like have
Yeah.
you learned to like distinguish her breathing from rat breathing, as you call?
Yeah. Yeah, little girl breathing's more like. Yeah, you hear her breathing. And if you like poke your head a little bit, you see that there's holes in the bag.
That's good.
Well, at least they're not suffocating her.
Okay.
Well, until they sacrifice
Atkinson's
her.
eyes are going to light up as I start to formulate a plan. And I look to Gizmo and I say, stole them.
Okay.
And
So-
I'm going to roll around in the dirt, like around the corner, so they can't see me yet. I'm going to roll around the dirt.
All right.
Okay, all right. So Gizmo would run up to them and be like, "Oh, Bruce, there you are! I've been looking forever for you."
How'd you get here? Like,
Oh.
you shouldn't be here right now.
Oh well, you see, we heard some noises and we went down to to see and investigate what they were, and I met their whole family. They were so wonderful. Like I love the big rat with the tiny voice. He never did mention his name, but I just call him Biggie because he was a big rat. But he was so great. You know, we got to talking and we were talking about how, you know, rats are just so great. And you know, I really enjoyed meeting your family. They were all very lovely.
All right.
Interrupting this, Atkinson is going to scream as loud as he can, silence.
Okay.
And I'm
Bruce
going to
peeks over Gizmo's
I'm
head.
going to walk around the corner, covered in dirt, and I want to try and move like I was a rat. So not so high in mind as I always do, but more kind of like lower to the ground.
Okay.
And I want to approach towards one. I want to keep a straight face.
All right.
And I want my eyes to seem almost unblinking and kind of like, not like glazed, just almost unblinking. And I look to the rats and I say, hello, my minions.
All right. Roll 1 dice.
I got a 3.
Yay! You barely make it. All right. So.
That's how I like to make it, barely.
Oh my god, I think I know what you're gonna do.
Bruce gets down on on all 4 paws, as it would be, like all 4 claws, feet, whatever, and he's like, how'd they do it? Like, who'd they sacrifice?
I look towards Bruce, and I say, they sacrificed the most purest thing they could find, the most beautiful thing. Not this little girl, but that beautiful white cat. And I say, but it came at a cost. My conscience was put into the body that was sacrificed. And I'm going to kind of pace around. And I'll say, so your name is what? Speak up, minion.
It's Bruce. It's Bruce.
Bruce? Bruce? I say, Bruce, very well. I say, so, what were you going to bring me? I say, it better be beautiful.
Yes, it is indeed. We got this young girl for you. We were going
I
to
say,
sacrifice.
young girl? I say, do you expect a god-like being, like me, to be put into the body of a girl? A young human girl?
I guess.
I look towards Bruce and I say, what do you take me for? A cat? I kind of look down at this body and say, this body is hideous.
All right, you're gonna have to try to lie then, because that's a lot of
Okay,
bullshit
yep.
right
Yeah,
now.
that is a lot.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
So
risk
two
of
what I
life.
need to roll.
2 dice.
How many lives can you risk, actually?
You can risk more than 1.
I got a 4 and a 2. So how does risking lives work? Does it
Alright.
like allow me to reroll? Or
1 second.
I got a 4 and a 2.
Because every life that you roll pretty much allows you to add a dice to it. And however, if you succeed, after you've rolled more than 1 life, like if you sacrifice 1 life and you succeed, you keep that life. However, if you fail like you just did, you lose that life. But you could sacrifice another life again, but you'd lose 2 lives if you failed next time.
Okay, I'm going to sacrifice another life then.
All right.
I got a 4. So I have 2 4s.
All right. You make it then, and you've lost 1 life.
Okay.
Which I haven't been keeping track of that because you guys
Actually,
haven't.
I lost a life early on too. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
in the kitchen early. So I think I'm
Oh
on
yeah,
7
because
lives.
you
So
dodged or something.
yes, I'm on 7 lives. Yeah.
All right. And Gizmo's at 9 still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bruce bows a little further to the ground and like starts kissing your paws, and he's like,
I literally I flick the paws back like away from his lips, and I say, I did not give you permission to touch me. I said, what I did give you permission to do though was to show me what you brought me.
He he's a tear comes out of the rat's eyes. You didn't know rats could cry, but and you
Gizmo's like, oh, new information.
and he's like,
Okay,
you
so
can have me, sir, my lord. You can have me. I am the finest specimen of rat in our whole family, our clan.
I say, have you? I say, that's a very noble sacrifice. I say, a sacrifice of this deal and portion has to be done with more space.
What do
I say, where did I come from?
you, you mean the cat?
No, the rat god.
We,
I look up.
he he starts chuckling, kind of. You didn't know rats could laugh either. Um, and he says, "You don't know where you came from."
No, I say, I know where I came from. I'm asking if you know where I came from. I said, I came from the sky, not beneath the ground.
You came from Ratgosa.
Ratgosa. I say, ah, yes, Ratgosa. I have no idea what the hell Ratgosa is. And I'm like, yes, Ratgosa, that place. And I'm going to kind of say, my rebirth into this world is a sign that rats are rising up from beneath the ground to take over the world. And I say, if I am born beneath the ground, that doesn't show anything. I need to be born above the ground, from the world that we will rule.
Okay. Just roll one dice this time, because you've obviously lied in the past now, so it's a
I got
little
a
easier.
5.
Alright?
5.
Alright, you make it. And, he's like, I'll make the preparations. We'll have to get new blood for you, though. It's a good thing we already have this girl, but we have to do it tonight, before the family catches wind of this.
Okay, what kind of nod? And I say, well, I'll be waiting up. And I say, I already have. So I say, I bought a snack. I hope you don't mind. And I look towards my companion, Gizmo.
Alright, you're gonna eat Gizmo.
And I'm just gonna start walking.
Okay.
And I turn not to Bruce, but to the rats beneath the body bag, and I say, "Bring the body up." I say, "Bring the body up."
And Gizmo's just like, oh, I'm so grateful to be a sacrifice, rat god.
Yeah, rat god. Okay.
Totally
Yeah,
believing him.
I say, "Bring the body up." I'm feeling rather peckish, actually.
Alright. So you guys head back up. Are you going to head back up inside the house, like the kitchen floor, or
I think we should go to
outside?
the kitchen. As we kind of walk, I'm trying to walk on ahead a bit. I'm trying to get Gizmo to come up alongside of me, and I'm kind of like very kind of like as quiet as I can, kind of ask where do we go?
Okay. I think we should go.
My
Yeah,
eyes
she
widen.
would.
My eyes open. I say, what if we go to the parents' room?
Good idea. All right, so Gizmo would like kind of very softly be like, yeah, we have to get the dad. We have to get dad and the mom.
I nod and I say, okay, so that's what we have to do then.
Okay, so Gizmo, I guess so you're gonna try to go. Let's try to go out. I would say we would go
Yeah.
out the way that he was bringing her in, and then just go through the front door.
Alright.
Okay, yep.
You guys all trail off through the childlike passage, the child-sized passage.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up making it upstairs. You get through and you get to the stairs, and Bruce looks at the stairs and he's like, I don't know how we're gonna get her up there.
I look towards Bruce and I say, find a way. Like,
All right.
really sternly.
He puts his claws on the wall and scratches down, and it creates kind of like this resonating noise that just irks you. and you hear more pitter patter, and you hear it coming up the stairs in the basement, and then you hear the door slam open, and then like not necessarily slam, but gently hit the countertop as it opens, and more rats appear. All the rats appear, and they lift up the girl, and they kind of like make a waterfall effect going up the stairs with her.
That's cool. Okay. Um, Gizmo and I will try to be towards the front of the bag, and we're gonna angle our direction to face the parents' room, and I'm gonna sit like lie as like a rat would do, like before the door of the parents' room.
Okay. All right. Bruce is like, all right. Are you sure this has to be the place?
I look towards Bruce and I say, I am sure. And I turn to the door and I look towards my companion and I cough a little bit, like I'm like like staring at the door.
Okay, Gizmo kind of like makes her way, kind of edges over towards him and is listening very carefully.
As I say, open the door, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk. So my back is against the wall. I want the rats to be looking at me, not the door.
Okay, all right. So should she like kind of sneak? Would that be like a sneak kind of deal?
Try to do it subtly if you can. But that's what the impression I was trying to give off.
All right. So I'm guessing Gizmo's trying to open the door, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just roll 1 dice for it then, because you're just trying to keep it quiet, so that's why you have to roll.
Okay. I got a 3.
All right. Wow, 3's the lucky number.
Okay. Ooh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Good.
All
right. So yeah. So she's able to open the door, very quietly. So and then she like nudges it open wider.
Okay.
While she's going to open the door, I'm going to say, tonight we complete the ritual that will put me into my godlike body, and you can then experience my true form.
All right. You see that moonlight is shining through the window into the parents' room.
Okay.
I know.
Are they paying any attention to Gizmo at all, like the rats?
Not really. They're more like glowing at the gods. So.
Okay. Can she just like make a run for it and just jump on them and like on the bed and just like just start like kind of getting their attention like really loudly?
Sure.
Don't do it too loudly because I'm not in a good spot.
All right.
True. Okay. All right. So she'll like run up to the bed and she'll jump up on the bed and she'll like kind of put herself like right up in the father's face and just start petting him almost with her head and everything and like making sure her like fur tickles his nose and where he's like even in his sleep it kind of itches.
Okay. So roll 1 dice to jump and wake him up.
And a 4.
All right, you wake him up, and
intense.
I know the dice like us.
you sprint past all the rats, and you're like, ah! And then you land on top and start rubbing your face all over him.
Yeah.
But you're really excited about it. You're like, I made it! I made it! I made it!
She's like, oh my god, Atkinson, we're gonna do it. All right. So she's like pretty much putting her nose like her fur all up in like the father's nose, like so where he's kind of like irritated. Yeah.
Okay. He wakes up and he literally rolls over out of bed. Like not off the bed, but he rolls over and faces towards the rats and he starts sniffing and goes, "Oh, honey, is that you? Isabel, did you?" And he opens his eyes and he goes, "Ah!" And he gets up and he literally starts rifling through drawers, the bedstand drawers.
At this point, I'm going to
get the hell out.
Look towards the rats and I'll say, "My minions, it has been an honor, and I'll catch you later, Brucey." And I wink and I want to bolt for the door.
All right,
Yeah,
roll 2 dice.
I
That's going to be
think.
difficult. He's going to try to get you.
Oh no!
Okay.
I think should you risk a life for that one?
I'm gonna risk a life for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do not want to be caught in a sea of
Yeah,
rats.
definitely.
All right.
Okay, so I roll 2d6 or 3d6.
You normally roll one, but you roll two. You roll one extra die for each life you spent. And for this task, you have to remember you have to get 2 successes. But if I roll successes as well, mine cancel out yours.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
So
Can
you
I
might
risk
want to
2 lives
sacrifice
then?
more than one.
Actually, I'll go all. I'll sacrifice 3 lives. I'll risk 3 lives.
Wow. Okay, that's dedication.
Like honestly, like how I perceive it, if I get caught here, I'm gonna die. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
There's like a lot of rats, so.
yeah,
All right.
I'm not the most
I know. I
ambitious
always
of
feel bad
fighters.
because like I want to like have Gizmo like do something like save you or something.
Okay, so I'll roll. I got a 4 and a 6 on my first 2.
All
Don't
right.
need to roll again, so 2 more.
Yep.
I got a 1 and a 4. So I got 2 4s, a 6 and a 1.
Oh my gosh. I cancel out all of your hits
What?
Wow.
because this is a big rat. Like I rolled fives and sixes.
Oh damn.
Alright, he literally grabs you by the tail and pulls you back, and you literally slide across the floor, screeching your claws, your beautiful claws, your pedicured claws into the floor.
All right, Gizmo. Okay, this
I
is
want
time.
to retract my claws.
Okay.
I don't get
Gizmo,
damage.
okay, she's gonna come to the help because Atkinson has been like doing all the work. So
I call
yeah,
out, you're like, help me.
yeah, she is ready to like do everything that she can do,
Okay.
whatever's possible. All right, so I have 9 lives, so let's risk some.
Alright.
How
What
many
do you wanna
lives did I
do?
lose from that as well? So did I lose 3 lives?
Yes, you lose 3 because you failed and you sacrificed 3. If you had
Oh,
1,
cool.
you would have only lost. You would have lost none of them.
Okay.
It's a very confusing game.
I kind of like it though, like the system of it. It's
It
like
is-
really like easy to remember, but it's a little bit
Yeah.
confusing because it's like 9 lives, but you don't take damage. It's weird.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's good.
There is damage, but if you take it instead of losing a life,
It's
you
like
end
conditions,
up
isn't it?
Huh?
It's like kind of like conditions, isn't it?
Yes. You can. I actually have the reference sheet in front of me. I have. You can be gripped or injured, and if you become injured if you become injured 3 times, it doesn't matter like if there's a life lost in between. But if you become injured 3 times, your cat dies.
No, what damn? Okay.
Yeah, it gets. That's why I'm like, all right, you better lose a life then, because you have plenty of those. But if you get injured, there's no way you can help yourself unless you lick yourself clean, and that's what it says.
Okay.
All right. So Atkinson's getting dragged across the floor and literally pulled towards Bruce, and he's like, "Here's Brucey," and he slaps one
like-
claw on top of you.
out loud. I say, like like to all the chair. I say, I'm glad you're adopting your real name.
He just growls in anger. What is Gizmo going to do? All the other rats are watching the father as he's rifling through drawers looking for something.
Okay, she's going to go and try to basically make a save, kind of like attack the rat so that Atkinson can get away at least have a running start.
Okay.
All right, so
roll.
I will risk some lives.
All right,
I
how
got
many do
9
you want to
lives.
risk?
Ooh. I'll risk-
Honestly,
He's distracted right now, so he
I
can't
would
compete
really
against
recommend
you.
like risking 5, because if
Yeah.
you succeed, you don't really get anything. You don't really lose anything from it.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like I would go pretty hard.
All right, I'll do 5 then.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Go Gizmo,
I
save
got
me.
4. I got a 4, a 3, and a 5, and 2 5s.
Wow. So all successes.
Solid rolls.
All right.
Sweet.
Um,
Wait, so that's all successes?
Yeah.
Wait, don't you roll against me though?
No, because he's distracted. He's at disadvantage.
Oh. Okay, got it, got it. I see.
So you
Okay,
make a
so
solid hit. You do damage to him.
yeah, Gizmo with my pink sweater. No.
You mean the brown black colored sweater now, which is really dirty.
True. So like I can imagine her just like just rearing back with her claws and just like right across the face like nah.
And you're like,
Oh, yes,
hello.
She's like take that nah.
all I picture like we could have been friends, clawing this rat's face.
And
All
then
right.
she's like, we were supposed to be friends. This is not how it was supposed to end.
You're going to hear a shriek, and then you hear something all too familiar to both of you. After the rat shrieks, you hear the sound of a motor whirring, and you turn around and you see this beautiful machine and a light on the front of it. It has this bag attached to the handle. Ah! It's something that all animals fear.
Is it a vacuum cleaner?
Yep.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And the father's like,
Well, for a second there, I thought it was a chainsaw. I'm like, why does he have a chainsaw in his room? Like, do not rob this guy. Wow. Oh god.
Alright,
Okay.
so he starts chasing after the rats with the vacuum cleaner. What are you two gonna do? Because you are also scared of it. Well, except the two footologist, because he's used to it. He knows human devices, kind of.
Okay, well, if Atkinson is scared, then I think Gizmo would try to like put him in a hiding spot, kind of like
Can I like
try to calm
adopt,
him
like, an
down.
outlook? Can I adopt an outlook? Because like I know I'm gonna die to these rats. So if I stay and fight, so like I want to try and run somewhere away from the
Yeah,
rats.
yeah.
and away from stuff.
She's gonna. I think she would know all the best hiding places. So can she like kind of like steer him towards
Yeah,
the hiding
I'd
place?
say that'd be easy. You don't have to roll for it.
Okay. All right.
And
So
Atkinson,
she
just
like.
you push him under the bed.
Okay, good. Just
Um,
like go,
Save
go now,
yourself.
save yourself.
I sit under the bed, like, and I just like save yourself. I go to something like like what about you? And I don't say it. I'm like okay, and I like, sit under the bed.
But what
I-
about? Never mind. I'm more important.
No, at the start of this is character cat development. At the start of the campaign, I would have said that, but now I'm kind of keeping it more internally.
Aw, they're
Oh.
friends. Like I said, BFFs for life.
I sigh for a 10th time. Point out.
Well, that was actually a pretty long time without a sigh. All right.
That
It was, I know, yeah. I couldn't really be sighing in my rat god state, but yeah.
They'd be like, "What are you talking about? What was that noise? That didn't sound like rat breathing."
Rat breathing. Oh my god.
That's gonna be a quote.
Yes,
Okay.
I cannot. I'll never be able to like look at a rat again without like listening to it breathe.
Go to a pet store. Is that a rat? No, it's a mouse. Ah, I wanted to hear rat breathing.
You know, it's so
I will,
funny
like-
because I have 3 rats, like pet rats.
You do?
Yeah, I swear to God. So like we're like going through and talking like all these rats, and I'm like, oh, my babies.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the vacuum cleaner it comes towards the rats and starts chasing all the little rats. They're scurrying around, but then Bruce starts organizing them as he's like holding his face. He's like, ah! And all the rats just pounce on top of the father.
Oh my god! Wow, is he gonna die?
And they start biting and nibbling at him, and he starts
Alright, where's
screaming.
the mom? Where's the mom in this?
The mom wakes up and is screaming on top of the bed, jumping up and down on
Oh,
the bed.
she's useless. Alright, okay, Gizmo. What can you do?
Can I I want to stick my head out. Okay, being a pussyfoot and being used kind of like living with humans. Do I have knowledge of like police?
Probably, but you don't know how to
Don't know how to
use a
contact
phone.
them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait,
Can I
wait,
like call out to Gizmo? And can I
Could
just,
I-
like get the? Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
I
I'm
could,
thinking. Yeah.
It would be really hard, but it actually says like, hold on, I
Use
wrote
the
it down.
phone.
She can memorize like sequences and buttons that like humans have used before.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try
it
and
actually-
call
it
out,
says-
like get the people with guns, or like get the people in like blue, because like I can use like whenever there's trouble, these people come and save the day. So
Okay.
I'm like trying to think that they'll come here soon.
And Gizmo knows all about CSI, so she's like, "Oh, great idea!" So
Yes.
okay,
That's going to
gonna
be very difficult. You need 2 successes to make it.
It's 3 numbers, 911.
Yep.
Okay, so I didn't like lose any lives because I was successful the last time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Should I just do 5 again, or oh shoot? Okay. I guess yeah, I'll do 5 again.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I got a 4, a 3, a 1. A 4 and a 1.
All right. So you make it because you have over 2 successes. You are able to dial the number, and it starts ringing on the phone next to the bedstand.
Okay, so I think if she just like, she doesn't really have to like do anything. I think they can hear like this guy like screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, are you okay?
And
is that rat breathing I hear?
We'll be right over, sir. Just stay calm. We'll be right over. We're calling the ambulance as well. We'll be right there. And you hear him hang up.
Okay, well, I think they're supposed to stay on the line, but okay, yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so oh my God, she can't just like let these rats start attacking Scott, the dad.
I can.
So. I know you can, but I Gizmo loves the doubt. She loves her family, so I think she would go for it and try to like at least help somewhat and like kind of like, oh, what can she do?
The mother runs out of the room
cheer
screaming.
on from the side. I'll cheer on from the side. Do you know how to get the vacuum cleaner to work again? Because I assume he's dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, he
tried
dropped
to
it
turn
on the
back
floor
on
and
again.
stopped running.
Well, I thought they weren't scared of the vacuum anymore because they like kind of rallied together.
No, they rallied together, but then they kind of like went around him and attacked him from the back.
Oh, okay, I got it. All right, so she's gonna want to go turn on that vacuum cleaner,
Okay.
which I don't think would be very hard, right? It's on the ground.
I'm like
Yeah, it'd be fairly
peeking
easy.
out from like beneath the bed, like, oh my God, she's so brave.
You just need 1 success this time.
All right, sweet. Oh no, I got a 2.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You are able to turn on the vacuum cleaner. However, it is unplugged.
Ah! Okay, wait.
And the cord is wrapped around his feet.
Ah! Okay.
And you get sucked into the vacuum cleaner. I'm like, oh God. I was really expecting that.
Okay, what else is in the area? Is there anything else like a radio
Actually,
or anything?
both of you, over the screaming, you kind of hear, and you hear more screaming coming from down the hallway, and then loud footsteps as someone's running down the hallway, and she's like, "Where's my daughter?" And you see she's holding a leaf blower.
Oh yeah! Sweet, go mom, go. Okay. All right. Well, Gizmo is very pleased. She's like, yes, bring the leaf blower.
And she starts blowing it towards her husband, and he literally flies back against the wall and hits his head.
Oh no. Okay, that's not very funny.
The rats obviously know he is no longer a threat.
Sweet. All right. So where is the daughter in all of this?
She's on the floor near the door.
Still in the bag.
Yeah, she's knocked out.
Okay. I think Gizmo should try to like get her out of the bag. And I don't know if she's still conscious, she can maybe like run the hell away, and then they don't have a sacrifice, right?
Yep.
Because like she's gone. So let's do that.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll say that's pretty easy. So you just gotta make 1 success. So.
A 3.
All right, you make it. You claw open the bag without injuring her.
Yes.
And-
Alright, so I'm like tearing into this bag like no one's business. Not business.
All right.
But like Okay, so is she a conscious or is she
You
still
kind of
out?
like rub up against her, and she starts to wake up and come to, and she's like, "Mom, Mom, where is everyone? There were rats, and they were so big, and they knocked me out, and."
Okay, is the mom still doing the leaf blower thing, keeping the
Yeah,
rats at
she is,
bay?
but the rats are starting to come towards her.
Jesus. Okay, she is going. Okay, she's gonna open the front door so this kid can get the hell out,
It's
and
still
then
open because oh wait, no,
oh,
the
it's
door
still open.
downstairs. Okay,
Oh, it okay. So it's still open then.
the bedroom door is open. However, there's a cat door, and then I assumed you closed the door behind you, or at least the rats did, because they didn't want people to suspiciously look.
All right, can I roll for that?
Yep.
I'll risk a life just in case because I'm not rolling very good.
Okay. What are you gonna do about Atkinson?
Uh, Atkinson should get the hell out too because you only have how many lives?
I have uh four lives
All right.
left.
Why don't you like lead her away somewhere where she
Okay,
can
I'll try to. I'll come out from under the bed and try to encourage her to follow me.
All right, I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay, so you made it. And now you have to convince her to go downstairs, Atkinson.
Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
Just you need 2 successes.
2 successes. I will risk 2 lives.
All right. So you can roll 3 dice together.
I only have 2d6, so I roll 2. I got a 1 and a 4,
All right.
and I got a 3.
Okay, you make it. She's like, okay, we gotta go, and you lead her outside, and she sits down on the front porch, and she's crying, and you make it outside, and then you see something behind you,
Oh God.
and you literally see him. You see just this flash, and you go flying off the porch into the bush, and you see as you peer up towards the ledge of the porch, and he goes, "Hello again."
That
Is
ass.
it Bruce? Brucey?
Yep, it's Brucey.
Yeah, it sounds like Bruce.
Okay, sounds like Bruce. Okay, do I take an injury or anything of the sort, or do I land on all fours?
You're okay because I didn't have you roll for it, so.
Okay.
You're a little stunned, so you're at disadvantage. So.
I'm gonna kind of stand back a little bit, like regain my footing. I'm gonna try and stall them because you know that people are on their way to help. So I'm gonna kind of call out and I say, "No hard feelings, hey Brucey."
He gets frustrated and angry, and he is going to lunge at you into the bush. So
Oh, God. Okay.
roll 1 dice plus how many lives you want to sacrifice to defend yourself to cancel out his attack.
Sorry? Okay, I want to risk 2 lives.
Alright.
So 3 dice. I got a 4, a 5, and a 3.
It is your lucky day because I rolled all 1s.
Oh yes.
Bruce misses as you dodge out of the way, and you jump back on the porch and you say, "Hey, come at me, Brucey! Come on!" And
I don't quite say that.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying "Oh, that's so close, Brucey."
all right, he just growls, and it's your turn now.
I'm not sure if I want to engage in a fight with this intimidating-looking rat.
I think you should just get you and the girl out of there. All right, where is Gizmo in all of this?
Gizmo is upstairs just watching the father and the mother.
Oh no, okay.
What do you want to do? Or did you follow him out to the porch? Or were you a little bit behind when you saw Brucey
Okay, well,
leave?
it has the other rats taken over the mom? Yes.
No, they not. They just keep getting blown up, like blown back against the wall.
Okay. All right. Does it look like she is holding them off and can hold them off?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, I guess she'll just go for. She'll go outside and go check on them and make sure. Well, no. See, she doesn't know where they are because I'm thinking she would assume that they're already gone. But sure, she'll just go and try to see if they made it out. Okay.
Okay. So you go outside and you see Brucey at the door, and then you see him lunge out into the bushes, and then you see the girl like cuddling up against one of the posts on the porch, and she's like, "Ah, ah!" And then you see Atkinson jump up back onto the porch, and he's like, close, or whatever he said.
Okay, okay. Priority is getting Isabel out of there. So, can I like try to like nudge her in the direction to just get off the pole and run?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. How much?
I'll say just 2 successes because she's pretty freaked out right now.
All right. I'll risk another 2 lives because I still have 9, so
All right.
I'm still good. A 6, a 4, and a 4.
All right, you make it. And she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna start running." And she starts running off into the sidewalk and like running down the street.
Okay, so good. So that
And
should
before
be.
she gets hit by the police car.
I was thinking of that too,
Oh God, no.
but I was like, no, I have a better idea. So
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So she's gone, right? So she's
Yes.
safe. Okay. So all right, Gizmo needs to come to Atkinson's aid.
okay, what do you
I'm
want to
going
do?
to-
You see Atkinson jumping back onto the porch as he's climbing it.
All right. Well, Gizmo will like kind of like pounce like right up beside Atkinson and be like, "Well, now you have 2 cats you have to face now."
And like just how unintimidating that sound, I'm gonna be like, 11.
You know, she's trying. She's trying.
She is, yeah, she is. But she do appreciate.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of circle around and I'll say, did you summon the helpers?
Oh, yes. If you mean the police, if that's what you mean. Yes, yes. I watched a
Helpers?
lot of
Yes?
CSI. Yeah, helpers.
Okay, good.
You
She,
see
like,
starts-
Bruce's
she,
face
like,
just
starts
like
correcting you.
start shaking. He's trembling
Like in
Sorry, who is?
fear?
in fear. Yeah, Bruce's.
Oh, good. Gizmo will be like, yeah, rat, like better be scared of us.
They have the noise sticks. Ah! And he drops down into the bushes, and you see a ruffling in the bushes.
What did he say?
He says, they have the sound sticks, the loud sticks.
Allow 6.
Like guns?
Yeah, they don't know what they're called.
So okay, I'm assuming that means like the police are here then.
Yeah, you see like the sirens got louder, and then suddenly you see cars like pulling up into the lawn.
All right, sweet, help is here.
And
If I was
Okay.
an evil cat, I would distract the police right now. No,
Right.
I'm going to.
the police. The mother comes out and she's getting chased by rats as she runs out the door, and the police start opening fire on the rats.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God, that's intense.
And
I'm gonna step back, just let the police just unload their payload on these rats.
Yeah, I think I should get out of the way. I don't want like a stray bullet to hit.
all right, both of you have to
Like
roll
picturing
to
like
dodge.
shotguns, submachine guns,
To dive?
laying into these
Yeah,
rats.
you got to roll to dodge, pretty much.
All right, I'll go ahead and risk 2 more lives again. All right, 5, 6, and 4. Woo!
All right, you make it.
All right.
Atkinson, are you
Five
going to
rolls, huh?
dodge?
Yes, I will try and dodge. I will risk a life. I'm gonna roll 2. I got a 2 and a 1.
Oh
Oh, Atkinson takes a bullet to the leg,
no, Atkinson!
and he literally blood sprays across the wall, and then he lays down, but he's not getting hit anymore. And the rats just like scurry over his body into the bushes and then under the porch, and the police are like, "Our job is done here," and, and
God,
they start
that's pretty-
counseling the mother, and then.
What about the dad? Like, are
The dad's knocked out. They send in like paramedics upstairs, and
Okay.
they're like, the mother's like, "Where's my daughter? Where's Isabella?"
You know, she is safe, woman. No.
Woman.
Okay. Well.
As the paramedics go upstairs, I want to try and like crawl towards them on my hind legs and kind of purr them.
Okay. All right. Roll.
Like screw the father, save me.
All right. Roll. You just need 1 success.
I got a 6.
You got a 6.
Yay.
All right.
Yes.
Good. Because the alternative was pretty bad. He's like, oh, you poor thing. Oh, get a stretcher.
The stretcher.
They just like the father like gets pushed down the stairs and he's like he's unconscious anyways. The cat's more important.
They carry the father like themselves and they put me on the stretcher.
Yeah.
And then they have one stretcher.
Exactly. They lean him up against the wall of the inside of the ambulance and like put ice packs on him.
All right. Well, Gizmo. Did they put Atkinson in the
Ambulance? Yeah. The
Alright,
door's
she's
still
at-
open though.
I'm going to
Right.
walk past. I'm going to look towards Gizmo as I'm like walking past. Say, don't worry, chicks dig scars, and I'm gonna wink.
I think she'd want to go. Honestly, I think she'd sneak in. Like she's very concerned about her best bud.
Okay. So
I sigh.
So I
they carry you as well because they see that like you seem like you're shaking and traumatized. You fake it, but they put you in the ambulance as well, and you guys go to the hospital. And I guess that's the end of the game because the rats are gone now, or at least that's the end of this episode kind of thing. If we end up playing it again in the future.
Aw, this is
I'm not
awesome.
gonna lie, I really, really enjoyed that.
I actually
don't
really
know.
did too.
I had expectations of like I don't know. I thought
Cat.
playing like a cat investigator was like a little bit like childish almost, like like not
Yeah.
quite like like my typical roleplay kind of genre I usually like engage in. But like I was really impressed with it. Like the
This
system,
actually-
the DMing, and the company. Like, I enjoyed all of it. It was really good fun.
Yeah, it actually came out surprisingly like way better than I mean like the rat god thing and like just the whole like how you convinced them that you were this rat god. I was like, wow, this is like genius stuff. Like
That's how I play most of my RP games. I try to avoid combat as much as I can and try to rely on cunning and deception. That's like my two favorite kind of attributes in any kind of roleplay game. Any roleplay game.
yeah. It
So like
turned out
I saw
well.
the role for Pussyfoot and I'm like definitely. But yeah, I mean, I honestly like I don't know. Your voice matches exactly how I thought Gizmo would sound. Like exactly, like to the par. That was nice.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm
I
just
really
gonna do a
enjoyed
quick
this.
outro for the end of the episode then.
Okay.
Sure,
Right. You guys go to the hospital, and you eventually see the parents as they pick you up once you guys have kind of healed, and they're like, and they seem so sad.
Just to get some clarification, we go to a hospital, not a vet. Like we go to a hospital, like just
A
like
pet
life
hospital
support and
kind of
everything.
thing.
Like the top of the range stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Good.
'Cause you're
Far
poor.
away. Yes.
and they seem very sad, and then you see on the back of the milk carton Isabella's picture. The end of the episode.
Oh God, that's terrifying. Do I at least get to have the milk?
Huh?
Do I at least get to have the milk?
The chicken?
The milk.
What?
The milk.
The milk, like the back of the
Yeah,
milk.
they
Do I
spoil
at
you
least get to have
guys
the-
now, so.
Okay, so
Okay.
you left it kind of open for a second episode then.
Yeah, if you guys want to continue playing it sometime, like, we could always go
I
back.
would be really down for that. Like, I
Dude,
would really
I'm
enjoy
like,
that.
I'm so down. Yeah, I'm so down.
Alright, I'll have to make another event for it then. Is there anything you guys would like to say about the game? Like, how is the story, the system? And we'll start with Patrick.
Okay, so like I said earlier, the game itself, I didn't have great expectations for the whole game as a genre. I thought it was kind of charged and a little bit silly, but it was really easy to get immersed into the characters. Like the game defines the characters and what they're capable of really, really well. It's simple with the whole 9 life system. I mean, if you're keeping track on those who's listening, I dropped down to 2 lives at the end there, so I was pretty scared I was going to die. I was actually scared that my cat would die, which I never thought I would ever say from like a roleplay perspective. The story itself, loved it, really, really, really good. I guess kind of like I said, I like using deception and persuasion and cunning, which I was really glad that I had a DM that was able to accommodate for that. Most DMs kind of go like, no, that's silly, you can't perform that. But I'm glad I was given the opportunity to try it. My partner in crime here, good old Gizmo, I really enjoyed her character a lot. I felt that Atkinson
Hey,
and Gizmo
I'll be right back, guys.
are like
Hold on.
ham and cheese. They work really well together because they're so different as characters. But I don't know, like they kind of have that neutral ground you can kind of connect to. Yeah, I mean, really, like, like, if I have anything to say, it's like, definitely try out the game. Don't cross it off your list just because it is silly. I'm glad that I got up early out of bed for this.
That's good to hear because this is probably going to be the review episode for it. So,
Oh, I'm
Okay.
back, by the way.
all right,
Sorry.
Corey, what do you have to say about the game, the story, and your character?
I very much agree what like Patrick said about because when I first was like, oh, cats, and I'm not too sure about this, but I sat down and started making Gizmo, and I was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. And then when we started playing the story, I was like, wow, this is actually even better, cool. So the story overall was very interesting with like the rats and stuff, and I love the relationship between Gizmo and Atkinson. Like that's my favorite thing ever. um, and yeah, I mean, it was very surprising. I would say it was very surprising.
All right. And I guess that's it. I'm gonna talk to you guys right after I end it, but just shortly. But all right, bye.
Bye.
GG. Bye.